Welcome back. I keep lying and saying every time I'm going to come back on the video, I'm going to have the image on here. But what I want to do is for you not to miss any step. As I said, I showed you last night, if you were watching, I had a cover sheet for this that I had made up. But I also said you can put the grid directly onto the image, which is what I did today because I've spent too much time and money on this for it to be screwed up because I didn't see something. So you can see much better when you draw your grid lines directly onto your image. I don't know how well you can see that with this camera setup, but as you can see, I've gridded the board. Everything is gridded. What I'll do next is transfer the image to the board. And I'll draw in every single grid square. You have to draw in every single grid square when you're doing it this way. Right? So, example, the first image of her is her hair up here if you're going from top to bottom. And that's in grid. If you can see, that's a C, Charlie 2. In the Charlie 2 grid, you've got this right here. So you look over here, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie 2. So the top, this image right here, it would be, actually it would be right here. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, right here in this grid. So this right here would be in this grid. So you transfer Alpha, Bravo, Charlie to this grid right here would be this. So you transfer the image out of this grid square to down there, and so on. And you transfer each grid square. You got to, if you have to, you like on a larger surface. If I was putting this on a building, you can break these grids down into tenths. You can make lines inside the grids. You military guys, you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Grid squares. We use universal transverse Mercator grid system to navigate with. It's our maps are on. But this is the same, exactly the same principle, except you're transferring an image instead of pinpointing a location. All right, so yeah, transfer that. It's a great deal of work, but you transfer it and then you'll have the entire image will be transferred from a small piece of paper to this large surface, and it'll be accurate. It'll be symmetrically accurate. Of course, it takes a great deal of work, but then you can begin to paint. Now, that's why, as I was saying, that's why the expensive artists that get paid a lot of money, they use a projector that project this image straight onto this board and zoom it out till it fits, and then quickly they'll outline it. Saves them hours doing it that way. Of course, I'm an old-fashioned guy, so, and I don't have, if I had a projector, believe me, I would use it because it saves you hours. And then a painting this size, I mean, it'll go well over $1,000, you know. So time literally is money. So the more of these you could produce, you know, not the exact same image, but the more paintings you can produce, the more translates into money, you know. So that's why the pros, that's what they do. You know, people that are not familiar with art, no, that's cheating. No, it's not. You know, it's business. and that's how the art business is run. So a lot of things you see are transferred from, won't go into it again, but from a photograph. They'll get a model, they'll set the entire thing up, photograph the model, project the image onto the canvas, outline it, and paint it. So they painted essentially a photograph. But it, it's still a painting. It still requires skill. I mean, yeah, you can transfer all this, but if you can't paint it, it is what it is. It's, so you still got to paint it. But it's a good system if you don't have money for a projector and you want to paint, a loved one or whatever, and get it accurate. And that's important when you're painting portraits. People don't care how you did it; they want it accurate. So anyway, this is video number 4, all on canvas. Thanks for stopping by.